All right, what's up, everybody? Dan back here with Jeramiah from 1985 Games. Now, 1985 Games, if you don't know already, is a wonderful creator of awesome terrain that you can use, really easy to pack up and move on the move, kind of for the dungeon master that doesn't have room for, you know, all of the Dwarven Forge and all of the 3D printed tiles. It's a super easy and super useful tool. You want to talk a little bit more about all the other stuff and everything you have to offer here?
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. Back in 2020, we decided, hey, COVID's happening, we should just launch 10 more products. The exact opposite of what we should have done.
Sure.
And now we've got a lot. So we've got journals for DMs and players, our versions that really, we felt filled in the gap on what was missing. Sticky notes guided sticky notes for helping those journals. We've got the deck of stories, which is a quick way to build out one-shots and prep adventures. High-end resin models, because I'm a fiend for minis. Dungeon craft, which is like our staple for terrain, the maps that go along with it, and dice and a lot more. So it just keeps on coming. Every year we pile on more and more stuff.
Yeah, awesome. So 1985, where does that come from? 1985 Games, obviously it has something to do with old school something, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So 1985 is back when most of our crew started playing. I'm a bit younger, but it was a big year for gaming, and that's when we all started really getting back into D&D or starting up D&D for the first time. So it's a big sentimental year for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the major thing that I see kind of being promoted here are the dungeon terrain kind of, or maps, or basics. Can you tell me a little bit more about those in general?
Of course, yeah. So we worked with our outstanding artist, Travis. He does all of our terrain packs. And the idea is we wanted to give 1,000 terrain pieces from the very beginning. We wanted to give 1,000 terrain pieces for as affordably as we possibly could. So they're all wet and dry erase. You cut them out and it comes in a book. And you lay them out to build interactive new maps. They all reverse, so a building will have the roof on one side, you flip it over, it's the interior on the next. And the idea is that we wanted something fun, unique, that fills the niche that we thought was missing, which is interactive, lightweight, affordable terrain.
All of which are excellent points for the DMs that are on the move.
Yeah.
Really need that space whenever you are constantly having to go from place to place.
Exactly.
And the best part about it is that it's all dry and wet erase. You could make one mark on something and erase it immediately, and then go mark on something else, and it's super easy. It's a very old school where you could mark on the maps and stuff like that, and create whatever you want on the fly.
Exactly.
And so that's very, very cool. I love the fact that also that you have all kinds of packs, basically, that go across different terrains and different scenarios. So what exactly do you guys have in stock?
So we started with Dungeon Craft, which is our base set. That's Dungeon, Cities, Wilderness. We covered a lot. Since then, we kind of have expanded to try to cover as many bases. So Hell and High Water is half seafaring, half hellscape. We've got Cursed Lands, which is gothic horror, very, like a spooky version of Dungeon Craft. It covers all the same bases there. And then Castles and Keeps is siege warfare, castle interiors. And finally, Realm's Edge is another catch-all that has a lot of interesting things: walls, extra buildings, fey forests, spell effects. And as of last year, we launched our jungle books. And because jungle is such a wide topic, we actually have 2 pairing jungle books. So 2 full books, all for that type of terrain, along with their accompanying maps and things like that.
Incredible. I thoroughly enjoy the fact that you can use these not only in your homebrew games, but you can also use them in correspondence with the modules that like D&D or Pathfinder might be putting out.
Exactly.
That literally almost go one for one. And also because you can make it modular and do whatever you want, you can then turn those modules into, whatever happens or whatever your players do, because we all know the players aren't going to do exactly what the module tells them to.
Exactly.
So you can make them up and do whatever you want, but you can still have that same aesthetic because you have that whole binder full of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, we wanted to. I mean, it was no accident that our themes match with some of Wizards of the Coast's most popular books. I'm not gonna lie, but we found that, like, as far as terrain goes, there's not a lot of accessories that Wizards is putting out for those modules.
Right.
You can't go and build Castle Ravenloft or go through the Tomb and Tomb of Annihilation. So we wanted to make pieces that help you do that, because it's a long story. I mean, Wizard wants you to play that for 2 to 3 years. You got to have some cool map pieces go along with it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I saw a lot of your stuff here also includes various things like the 3D printed minis. But those 3D printed minis are some of the most detailed and coolest minis I've seen. So what got you into that?
So I'll tell you a secret. They're actually not 3D printed.
Just kidding.
They're resin cast.
Oh, excellent.
So they are hand poured in molds in the UK and shipped back to us by some awesome miniature creators up there. The reason we got into them is because I'm a fiend for minis. I love them. I can't not have them. And even though I like terrain and I built all these, flat pieces,
right.
I love painting. It's a huge hobby of mine. And so even though it's more of a niche for a lot of D&D players, I really wanted to have high-end resin models, unlike the stuff that's usually being produced for D&D, which is like more affordable, but a little less detailed. It gets the job done. I wanted to go the opposite end. I wanted to make something that's just, you set it on the table and it's just wow. It's that wow factor.
I love how you're covering the bases of everything. You have the stuff that not everybody else is producing, kind of thing. Right. You know what I mean? So you have the higher end terrain and you have everything like that. So you went with the low end, but you also have the extremely higher end of the miniatures that are, literally so detailed. But they're so good though. They're excellent. They're excellent. What kind of made you go also into dice? I see you have dice over there. You have anything coming up that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, so we actually are about to release our own sharp edge resin dice. They come in a VHS box, and really the idea was like, we've wanted to do dice forever. We've dabbled in dice in the past, but we've never had something that we felt was unique in our own.
Right.
And 1985 it was singing to us. So we had the idea to do the VH box. It slides out, the cartridge slides out, the dice fit in, and it slides back into itself. And when we thought of that, we were like, okay, now we just need to come up with something cool to go in it. So sharp edge resin has been eye-catching and exciting. It's the new thing, and we wanted to have our own twist on that. And so we found some awesome people to work with. We have Justice, our new team member, is been in the dice game for a long, long time. I say new, he's been with us for a year and a half, but new to me,
right.
new to the team compared to some of our older crew.
Right, sure.
He's been in the dice world for a long, long time, and so he's been guiding us through, holding our hand, saying, this is what you want to do, this isn't what you want to do, and really letting us know. And what we have with our final product, I'm very, very excited about. We do have a sample here, too, that you can check out.
As you guys can see, this dice set that you're looking at right now is just insane. Look, you don't, like, the camera might not even capture it as good as it looks in real life, guys. It is absolutely insane. The light captures every one of the little facets inside of it. It's amazing. And of course, I'm a sucker for green. It's amazing. So, is there anything else that you would like to kind of finish off with? Do you guys have a social media account or something like that? People can catch you online. If they don't catch you at the con, maybe they can catch you somewhere else?
We are 1985 Games across the board. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, although not super active. I don't have my dance moves down yet.
Oh, we got to work on that. We got to work on that. 1985, you got like all the best dance moves.
I know, exactly. I'm working on it. But yeah, 1985 Games across the board. We also just started our own blog on our website, and we've been doing a lot of free content and cool stuff there. Also on YouTube, although it's just me being a goober, so I don't know who wants to watch that.
Oh, there's definitely people that want to watch that. You should see YouTube. Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. No, absolutely. Guys, 1985 Games, check them out. Check out all they have to offer in terms of dungeon terrain, dungeon miniatures. They have all kinds of things to help you out as a DM, including creature statistics and instant stories that you can tell just by using cards. All kinds of stuff, guys. You really do need to check them out. 1985 Games again. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.